So what I said before in the run-up to the election was that if the Republicans win, you got to look for silver linings, and the silver lining is that now they have to govern. So now when people's lives get worse, which it will under Republican rule, people will know who to blame: Republicans. And that's a good thing. And if the Democrats, if they were worth a shit, could get their heads out of their ass, they could totally capitalize and retake over the government in a progressive wave. But the Democrats won't get off the corporate teat. They won't get off the Wall Street teat. And there's no political talent in the Democratic Party to speak of. There's none. Chuck Schumer and Nancy Pelosi, they don't have political talent. They are politically repulsive. People hate them. That's not talent. What they have is fundraising talent. They know how to kiss a corporate ass or a Wall Street banker. That's what they know how to do, get money. They don't have any political talent. When they talk, people's stomachs turn. It's the opposite of political talent. If they were actors, no one would cast them in movies because they're box office poison. They can only sell a ticket in their own fucking home district. So I said now the Republicans have to govern. And they want to repeal Obamacare. So get this. This is from Bloomberg. Push for swift Obamacare repeal splits the GOP ahead of the key votes. Now they got to govern. And guess what happened? Senator Bob Corker of Tennessee, Rob Portman of Ohio, Susan Collins of Maine, Bill Cassidy of Louisiana, and Lisa Murkowski of Alaska offered an amendment Monday to the budget resolution that would extend the target date for the committee to write an Obamacare repeal bill to March 3rd. Because they don't want to just repeal it without replacing it with something, because they're going to screw over people and they know it. As President-elect Trump has stated, repeal and replace should take place simultaneously, and this amendment will give the incoming administration more time to outline its priorities, Corker said in a statement. So now they have to govern. Now they got to figure out health care for Americans because they own it all. By extending the deadline for budget reconciliation instructions until March, Congress and the incoming administration will each have additional time to get the policy right. That's Corker talking. Republicans are also waiting to see whether Trump will lay out more details about his objectives, particularly after the incoming president warned party leaders to be careful how they proceed with repeal. So then I followed this guy. His name is Daniel Nakachian, he's a postdoc at the University of Chicago by day, and by night he tweets politics theory. So he's a smarty pants guy. University of Chicago is pretty hard. I applied there. It's a long story, very funny. Funny because I had no business going there. All right, so he tweeted this out about what just happened in the Senate. He said the Senate defeated a Dem resolution to block Medicare Medicaid from being changed through reconciliation. So you can, it's complicated, but you can't filibuster a budget reconciliation, right? So that's the important thing about that. You only need 51 to pass it. And so the Senate, so the Dems try to put up a resolution saying that you can't mess with Medicare and Medicaid during a reconciliation. It didn't pass. So they beat back that resolution from the Democrats, which makes the Democrats look fantastic. They get to do stuff like this. They get to stick up for Medicare. But then he concludes by saying, my takeaway here is Collins and Heller signaling that they can be won over to block these changes. Dems then only need one more Republican. So this is what I'm saying about the horrible policies of Donnie Tynahan's and the Republicans, you're gonna unite all the Democrats against it and independents, and then you peel off the purple state Republicans, and there we go. Collins and Heller. What's Heller's state?
I'll look.
Senator Heller. Let me guess. So that's exactly what I'm saying. He's not even president yet, and it's happening. This is them signaling. And by the way, guess how I did see this? My follower, Christopher Hayes. I love that he calls himself Christopher. MSNBC's Christopher Hayes. He retweeted it, so that's why it must have showed up in my feed. So then I started following this guy after that.
Heller's from Nevada.
From Nevada. Senator Heller from Nevada.
He likes the odds.
He likes the odds, huh? So here we go. My takeaway here is Collins and Heller signaling that they can be won over to block these changes. Dems then only need one more Republican. So I said this way ahead of the election, and, not to pat myself on the back, but this is good now because now the Democrats get to stand up for Democrat stuff and look good doing it, and everybody gets to see who the Republicans really are. And we peel off the purple state senators. This can happen. This can be a good thing. There can be a silver lining here for the Democrats. Donald Trump isn't even president yet. He's already going in the most unpopular guy in the world. Congress is already the most unpopular institution in the universe. This is a gimme for the Democrats. Let's watch and see how they fuck it up.